Good. Then thank you that you are all here.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes,
To,
Andre?
yes, I a little bit about Oliver, my great friend from Hungary. In Lavylitesa now almost 2.5 years together, and we are really enjoy this start we had have 2 years and a half ago, and now after this time. Uh, I see again how big Lavylitesa is, and how big opportunity we have, not only for us but also for all the people who when in contact with Lavylitesa. So Oliver is the guy who really built not only strong business in Lavylitesa but also strong connections with different leaders through the Europe, from Hungary, Austria, Switzerland, and Germany, and also abroad in United States of America. So he's one of the biggest um, network marketing guy in Lavylitesa, who start from zero, from an artist to be now an expert in network marketing, but with the heart. And this is what I appreciate most, that from these years I know Oliver, he remains the same person, no, even better person that was 2 years ago, open and friendly, kindly, and we are really, really have this big opportunity to have him like mentor. And yes, Oliver, thank you very much for your time to being here with us, and the word is yours. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction, dear Andre. And to say some facts, what happened through this 6.5 years. There are more than 103,000 partners now in my team. And this team with me together, we made 121 million euro sales. So this is a huge number, and also in network marketing, when you see and check it out, the others in other companies, how long they need to make 120 million euro sales. Yes, and I'm very happy to prove that an artist like me, I'm a musician and an artist and light artist, can do it. So everybody can do it when you have the right mindset for it. That's a main point, that the mindset needs to be there, the positive mindset, and not to give up. That's another big point. Never give up. Those who gave up and those who really didn't start, they are not they cannot live their dreams. Let's say they are not successful. And those who are let's say with me and the company for a few years, someday it comes to the break even, and then you can really live your dreams. In the beginning, yes, we know it's work. It has to be seen as a real job, let's say, but the job, we make it with love. And this is the next point. When you are not in love with Lavylitesa, and you cannot tell some experience, for example, and you are not using it, then you will not be successful with it. So this is a very, very important point, to be in love. And that's the point to, as a leader, to make other people feel immediately, and to bring them to be in love as well with Lavylitesa. And those who are in love with Lavylitesa, they will not gonna stop using the creations. That's a main point. Because when you have 80 users using every month our creations just for the hygienic, let's say hygienical use, they don't have issues, they don't have dissonance, they are not sick, they have no health issues. Okay, but they use the hygienic creations, and when you have 80 of them, then you have a BMW 530 hybrid in front of your house. I'm also now, I was not really, I bought a new car, so I was not really focusing on this. But now we got the letter that we are qualified for the BMW, and if you would like to have it. And then we said with Daddy, okay, why not to have it? And it's good for image and to show, yes, it's reachable. And I can see now different, like 5 people, 6 people in the German team in between very short time, they proved, and they are not just proved, they are qualified for the car. And when we see that this is another bonus as well, we have 7 boni, plus the doctors also use the number 8 to have a margin between wholesale and sales. And yes, and that's the 8th of the bonus. And the 9th is the extra car, which costs around, I think, 80,000 euros, and they pay the service. Yeah, they pay the wheels, the winter tires. They pay the insurance. The only thing what you need to pay is the benzene, and because of hybrid, it has, I think, 200 something horsepower. And still you can drive 50 kilometers just electric because of its hybrid, and also the fuel is not so much what you are using. And if you don't want a BMW 530, you can also have a Mini. You can have a Mini or a country Mini, that's a 4-door. These 3 cars you can reach with the auto program. But what is important? To be active from the beginning. And when you have new registrations, that yes, that this person will order in between the first week. When it's not the case, you are out of the, let's say, auto program. And when you are not active continuously, now I'm 6.5 years every month active. But for me, it was after the first month a decision what I did, and I said, yes, these creations I would like to have. It would be fine to have it cheaper, and it would be more fine to have it for free. And then later I said, okay, why not also to get thankfulness and receive some extra boni from the company? Why not? I'm just telling the truth. I'm just giving my love and my energy, and I'm just speaking about my experiences. And now, plus the quantum test, but in the beginning we didn't have the quantum test. Today again, a friend of mine who is really like a let's say not open-minded for spiritual things and energies and so on, and he told me 5 years ago, okay, I'm in, but I will not do the business, and I'm also I don't believe in this, but I will try. Then he tried a little bit. But he had no issue, so he had no dissonance that he can say, okay, here's before and after. So after now 5 years, because we have the TÜV certifications, now we have the 3 #1 worldwide awards on the first place, and the two finalists and the Hamilton report and the Wesseling report and so on and so on. Now he said, oh, this is now really proof. And you have the quantum test, and he could also see better, were more flexible, and in the back and also in the neck, and the lemon test and all the tests I made with him. And then he said, okay, Oliver, now you got me. Now you got me. And I said, okay, hey, look, I was the same 6 years before, but I had no clue from nothing. Only that this, I know that this is good and it worked on me, and try it out. And I'm really curious what your opinion is about it. So that was the status in that time. So now everything changed. Everything changed, and now he said, okay. And now he came 2 times already from Budapest to Siófok. It's 110 kilometers around. Just to have 2 hours with me to sit down and to introduce. And both, this was one doctor and his friend, those both the first time, and now today a big business guy. He said he couldn't believe that all this happened, and he said, I'm in. So they are making the final decision to buy. And this is really a very, very important thing to communicate on the frequency of the heart with your good energy, and you are authentic. That's very, very important, to be authentic, and not to try to convince. The creations should convince them first, and then you can talk. Before, they are not on the level to talk with me, sorry. And why I should give informations, people will not make the decision because they got an information. It's not enough in nowadays. You need to make extra things on top. And now we have to see and check which kind of parameters. Andre, I will talk now about this. Is that okay? About the parameters as well?
Yes, yes, thank you, Oliver.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank
you. I talk to a lot of businessmen, so I'm always developing myself and make self-growing in any kind of way, not just in a business way, also in a spiritual way. And also I'm very curious what other big guys who are really, let's say, have big companies and are very successful. And they ask them, when I would come now to you with something, and I say, wow, this is a new project, this is a new business, what needs to be there as parameters to make you interested in this business? And not just interested, that you see a ratio, that you see the potential in it. And then you have to really filter. And they say, yeah, we filter immediately. Are you coming now with a new antioxidant, with a new vitamin, with a new aloe vera, with a new CBD oil? Are you coming with something like this? You can go immediately. First point is, do you have something unique? What there is no in the world? Or is yours something what is already existing, just is something better, you think, because we have in adaptation this and that? So, but an aloe vera, the plant stays as an aloe vera, and vitamins stays as vitamins. Antioxidants why is that better than the other millions of antioxidants what's already on the market, or CBD oil? Every day they coming to me and say, Oliver, can you please work with us with CBD oil, and this is the future, and so on. Okay, look, I can produce CBD oil if I want, because I'm an investor now. I can invest money. And this is also a point what we are speaking a little bit later, why it is so important or good for us to be investors and not self-employed or employed. Because yeah, we will speak a little bit later about this point, but let's come back to the parameters. So why are these parameters so important? Because usual people, they are not filtering, let's say, products like this, but any kind of businessman or network professional is filtering. And when you see, okay, do you have a unique product? Yes or no? This is the first filter. If he says already, yeah, this is something already existing but new designed, let's say, most of the big guys, they have immediately no interest. So this is the biggest point what you need to say. Okay, yes, we have something totally unique, something that is much far ahead the time in technique and development. Okay. Second is timing. So when we start this business, is the world already know about this, and are you already in the continents spread, and in 200 countries you have already distributors? And now I'm trying to, let's say, Alois, you know it. You have been with Amway, right? And yes, and in the beginning, Amway as well, it was really easy to do this networking. But now, can you imagine that somebody is starting now with Amway as a new partner to build a worldwide business? He can do it if he do it every day, a lot of hours and 10 years. Then after this, he will also maybe also can be successful with Amway. So it's a good company. We had a long time existing and paying their 5 million distributors. But the timing is with Lavylitesa that all this explosion phase is right in front of us. The next country what we will open after the pandemic will come down and everything is fine, the USA market. In the US, there's a big difference. When you go there or you have somebody who knows somebody in the US, or I can show you also how easy it is to make a cold quiz. We will talk maybe later a little bit about that when we have time. So the US, it's just like you come there and then they ask you, okay, what should I sell? They know about networking. They know how good it is. They know that this is the future. We are speaking about 190 milliards, a billion in English, 190 billion dollars in sales per year. That's more than the film industry, including the porn industry, making. So that's huge. That's very, very huge. Now they are studying, you can study network marketing in different cities in Germany, for example. The government in Austria making Reklama, public relation films for network marketing. So we are totally in a shifting that this is really something that people can rely on it. And this is just the beginning, because now in Europe, a lot of companies made mistakes, let's say, and they trying to sell something which people don't need, or in the bad quality, or much more high priced. So that's why, and people want to convince and make pressure and so on. And that's why, and a lot of other arguments why network marketing is not so recommended and high standard like in Asia. Asia, if you go on the street, every fifth person is in network marketing. Every fifth. That means more than 20% of the people are doing network marketing. So it's a normal thing. It's totally normal. And that's why I say back to the parameters, that we are in front of all these markets: Asia, South America, USA, India, China. This is all coming. And the next good point is that a lot of countries there, they are much more open-minded for alternative methods, and not just for network marketing. So we have a much more better duplication and success as well in we will have in these countries. But still, I proved that a non-networker can be a networker after a while if he really wants to get professional. I want that. I wanted it, and I said I made this decision after 3 years. Yes, I want to be professional. So, and this was my first big decision then, and yes, and back to the parameters. It's so important that we are in the right timing. So this was the second parameter, the right timing. You are in the right place in the right time. The next point is that we have, the third parameter is we have something which we spray and use, and after a while this bottle is empty. And when I love it so much, then the bottle, when it's empty, I need to buy a new one, and I want to have a new one. My intuition tells me I want a new one. So we are not selling cars or TVs, what you buy once 10 years or so many years. So this is a big parameter also for businessmen to say, okay, is this a usable product that goes empty and you need to buy a new one? And when you have for unique products, and the unique products is also very important. But after the timing, unique product, and that this is using products, I don't know this in English, this word, but you know what I mean. The point is, now that we have the next point, the fourth parameter is, okay, do you have something which works immediately? So you need to use these vitamins and these antioxidants so long and so long, then will happening something, and so on. People are living now in an instant, sofort, instant world. They want to have results immediately. So we will give it to them. Through the quantum tests, we can give them the first story to tell, the first 7 experiences, and as much people as there are in the room, the better it is. Because then it's not just one, and it could be, okay, it's just working on me. No, the others telling the same. So when you have aha effects, so it's the highest level of aha effect marketing, what you can do. Because not you are convincing, they convince themselves. Measurable. And you don't need big devices like dark field microscope or HRV or NILAS or other devices where we can prove immediately. No, because these are a few thousand euros. No, what you need is a lemon and 2 glasses and a little measure, and things that everybody has and doesn't cost almost nothing. So no investment for making the tests. And these aha effects are very, 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 very important, because people don't want to buy something that they don't know if this will work on them, that they are going into resonance with it, that this will change their lives. They are full of people who are lying to them and saying, hey, I have the next wonder and this wonder, and in the end it's not wonder, and they just wanted to sell. Now reverse of what I can say, the last 6.5 years I can see in my back office, 73 to 91% each week of the sales I do are the rebuyers. So when you compare to others, then this is a big number. Also, this number are people in the business are watching this number and say, okay, you buy once and then never again, or you will rebuy again. How is the quote? And now we have the facts. How much is the quote? Because I can prove it in my back office, how much the facts are there, how much the rebuyers are doing the sales, and not the new buyers. This is just a smaller percentage. So for a good product, you need that. If you don't have that, the filter, you are out. You are out of the business. Then the next point is target group. When you, or parameter. When you would like to sell something, okay, I just take now here my iPhone. Who is target of this iPhone? Those who can afford to pay more than 1,000 euro for a mobile phone. A lot of billion people already are not in the target group. Babies, youths till 10, they will not have an iPhone. Very old people also not. So business people and let's say people who are trendy and so on, and they will do everything to buy a new, or to buy the newest, or to have an iPhone. Okay, now compared to Lavylitesa. There is no target group, because everybody and everything which is alive and out of cells is target. The plants, the animals, the babies. Now it came out, the new invention, the baby cream. I already tried it. Wonderful. And yes, and the old woman and man, it doesn't matter which age, they all need Lavylitesa. They all need it. So we don't have to choose and make a market research and make a market positioning where to place our product and who is our target group, and to find out who is that and to contact them and to make them curious. It's a long way and it's hard. For Lavylitesa creations and those who are with Lavylitesa, it's very, very, very easy, because you can speak to the neighbor with the 3 kids, and you can speak to everybody who you where you buy your groceries or your bread. It doesn't matter. You can speak to everybody. Your hairdresser, your cosmetic woman, your veterinary doctor who takes care till now for your cat or your dog. Everybody, and that's crazy. And when you show or check, okay, who is the target, and everybody is target group, then a businessman will be very, very interested. Then, so we had the aha effects, we had the timing, we had that it is unique, we had the target group, we had that this is using a product that you use and have to buy again. And another point is that we are not a startup right now anymore after 7 years. So the point is that the reality looks like the startup companies, 95% of the startups, they fail. After 3 years again, they fail again a lot. And after 5 years, those who are 5 years still on the market and have a growth, they didn't fail, and they can make a brand and be successful in the market. So these 6 parameters, big business guys are checking this totally. And when you say them, look what I have in my hand, what would you say if all these 6 parameters you can make okay, confirmed, it's like that? Would you be interested to listen to it? And I tell you, everybody will say yes, who is normally thinking. There's always some people who are on a different path, but everybody who is normal thinking say yes, I'm interested. And now let's look, where are you right now? You are an employee or a self-employed. You have a little company by yourself, or a cosmetic studio or a hairdress salon, you are the owner, or whatever, or you are an employee. This is 95% of the people in the world are in these 2 categories. Also a doctor who have his practice, he's in these 2 categories. The other 2 categories are to be an owner of a company, or then the second one, to be an investor. Now the difference is, here are 95% and here are 5%. But from the whole sales in the world, the 95% making 5%, and the 5% of the investors and the owners of the companies making 95% of the sales. On which side you are right now and where you would like to be. And I tell you, again, normal people will tell you, oh, I would love to be an investor. I would love to have a big company and other people will work for me. But then comes the but. But to be that, you need money. You need money you have to have money to be an investor. How to get the money not to change your energy and your time all the time. Because when you're doing that, like the first group, the employees and the self-employed, they are always exchanging their energy and their time for the money. Most of the time, maybe after 20 years, or you are a very good dental surgeon, or a dental doctor, dentist, then sometimes you can achieve also to be an investor, to buy your house and everything. But most of the people there who are in this category, they cannot achieve. They are slaves, and slaves from the bank, because you get a loan, you get this, you get that, and you have to pay back. You're working for them, and you're fulfilling other people's dreams, not your own dream or dreams. You are not living your life like it should be. And most of the people then also do some jobs just because of the money, and not because of love, because they're doing this with love. Yeah, they're doing this to survive. To be in the surviving mode is 95% in average in the whole world. They are in surviving mode. They do something to earn in this system the money to survive. But this is not the right way. This is not what we deserve. This is not who we are. No, we should have time for ourselves. We should have time for our loved ones. We should have money, and we deserve also to earn money while we are sleeping. It is right. And the money is just an energy. But when we are not self-confident, it's easy to talk like this. But when you are not self-confident and you have a problem with money, then you have a blockage. The money will not come when you are not believing it, that you are that you deserve this money, this energy, because you decide what you're doing with this energy and with this money. First, you can make your family feel freedom, to have the freedom to do whatever you want. That's the first point, to have time. And then you can do charity, you can support other people. You can lift them. You can show them the way like you did. And you were successful, and you show them the way how they can also be successful and fulfill also their dreams like you. And then they share this love and this experience and this there's a big trust then as well, and they're sharing this what they have, and they are thankful. I can show you a few people in the world who are thankful for that I gave them time to escort them, time to be with them, time to show them my way, and they just needed to follow this way. And yes, there were some other people, they just did their own thing like they wanted, and they were also successful because they already knew what to do. In the beginning, I didn't knew, I couldn't go the way, and I didn't had a mentor. I didn't have a mentor, so I had to mentor myself, and searching for mentors outside of Lavylitesa who can really mentor me. And about mentorship, this is another point. We don't have, I think, so much time to speak about that, but it's really important to have a mentor. And if you don't have, look for mentoring, because it lifts you, it shifts you, you make quantum leaps and jumps in learning and everything. When you got a coaching, you read a book, it's totally different. When somebody tells you about his experience and what he has done to be successful, it raises you much more easier, and it is much more easier to follow and to be then also successful. And surround yourself with positive people who are shining and not draining you your energy. And when you are shining, you will attract also all these people that are shining from inside to outside. Yeah. And when you focus on that, where the focus goes, the energy flows. It is so simple like this. But lots of people think, okay, or you feel they never had success in their lives. But there's a reason why. And now they think, okay, maybe with Lavylitesa they can do it. But the point is, they need to spray first a few months to shine from inside to outside, to make a little shift in your energy, and then they can be successful with Lavylitesa and also with all other projects and businesses they would like to do in the future. Because the energy is deciding if somebody would like to be with you, would like to spend time with you, would like to build a team and work with you. And then the work is really like the flow, and it doesn't matter the time, because you're doing it with your heart, with your empathy, with full of positive energy. And then the time is just going, and what, it was a hard day today? No, it was a wonderful day today. And for me, it's the Saturday, Sunday, and the morning the same. It is this every day I'm happy. And those people who go to party in the weekend to be for a few hours, be happy, and in the Monday they don't want to wake up and go to their job, this is not what we are. This is not what we need. This is not how we should live our lives. Back to the home-based business.
Yes, thank you, Oliver. This was really from the heart to heart. Yes.
Back to the home-based business, how we can be successful with home-based business. When we will do another few Zooms, or maybe just I do it with Andre, and he can explain you as well, or coach you in that kind of way. But we can do this as well in a few weeks again, or how you need me, you will see. But we will go for point to point and have say, okay, how is the cold quiz? How easy it is to build a really a nice network with just cold contacts. You don't know them, or to build a team as well with just recommendations. I go to a friend and say, listen, this business is not for you, I know, but for sure you know people who would like to have a better life, have money. You have enough money, my friend. I know you don't need it. You don't have time. You have another focus, but you can refer me. You can recommend me. This is a very, very big point, how really easy it is to have new partners. And then we will also speak not today, but sometime, about other points, how the team is growing. Not those people should speak on the webinars who already and do the PowerPoint presentations and so on and so on. No, those people who cannot speak, who are new, because they are coming into a, you are bringing them into into responsibility, and they are going much more deeper into it, and they get self-confident very easy. After 21 presentations, they do it like this, and then they do it alone. Yeah, because when we are on the stage, let's say we are coming, Andre, in the presentation, and you are speaking, I am speaking, and all the other people are sitting there. I tell you, who is earning the money? Those who are speaking, not those who are sitting there and listening. You can do that for a while, but then it's the point to make the step and say, okay, now I'm also talking. And you cannot fail, because we have such a gift, such a crazy, fantastic creations in our hands. You cannot make wrong. You can stand behind it 100%, because we have the proof now with the stamps, what people want, and certifications and TÜV and awards and all this, what people are is important for them. It's okay. I built this network without all of this. I tell you, there was nothing like this. TÜV is very new. Hamilton is new. Quantum tests are new. The awards are very new. So I have proven that just my energy can do it, and that I believe, and I was a visionary and also a pioneer to see already what will happen, that this will be a trend. This will be a must-have, that in every bathroom will be a Lavylitesa flacon. And everybody in the world will know about us. This I felt already 6 years ago. I knew it, that this time now with what is coming will happen. And back to the back to the home-based business. I'm not losing the red line, okay? I'm not losing the red line. I'm coming back to the main point now for today, because we will talk about other things, how we can really be coming in the real fast duplication. I can really recommend as well the Eric Worre 7 steps. This is a very good point, how Germany, the German teams are really good developing. So how I recruit, how do I invite people to a webinar, seminar, to a home-based business. Very important, how to invite, because you can fail a lot when you don't say the right words. And there is no schema F that you can use for everybody. It depends who you are talking to. When I'm talking to a doctor, I will invite him in a different way than the neighbor with the 3 kids. Okay, so that is also what we will share, and we will make, and Andre will make groups to be together and to see where I have like a dissonance or fear to do it. So we are in groups, and in this group we are now making, we were in the group of I think, how many there was, 1,000 people, and we made in 50 minutes 17,000 contacts and appointments. So we were a group of that, and we made 17,000 appointments for the next days. So when you are in a group of 5 or 10, you say, okay, now 90 minutes, we make appointments. And when you have a situation, I help you, and I tell you what you can say. I tell you how I invite, how I make them curious to know more about it, and to feel that this is important and very important to come and to join and to see. And there's a lot of psychological sentences as well, what we are not going now deeper into it, but if you say this, then they cannot say no. It's also alternative questions, what everybody knows how it works. So when you do the quantum test, what convinced you the most? What you find the best out of it? It's a very important question. And then any kind of appointment you have, it doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes or 2 hours, it's just worth it when you do the next appointment. And you do it so long that the person is making a decision, yes or no. And sometimes you need to talk and build trust and build the relationship and speak to people 8 times, 10 times. But 10 times you spoke with them and they never rejected you and said, oh, please, Oliver, please let me alone with this stuff. I don't want to hear about it. I'm not interested. When they are saying this, you need to leave them. But to have, until some people need, some of my best distributors, not me, it's not a direct from me, but in my team, needed to be 4 times called and be in the conversation that they made a decision for yes. Before, she said 3 times, no, I'm not interested. It's not the right time for me. And so on. So even then, this sponsor knew, oh, this woman has so great potential, this woman, and I don't give up, and I start with I go until she really said, no, let me alone with this stupid stuff or something. But in the beginning, and when we are talking and showing the quantum test and showing them what kind of possibility we have in the hand, nobody will tell you, no, I'm really not interested. And if then you go further and let this person 3 months or 4 months, and then you ask again, life situation, I will tell you what happened to me. Are you interested? And also when you are closing that conversation, you ask, is it okay for you in a few months if we talk about our situations and sharing some knowledge, wisdom, and experience? Is that okay for you? I tell you, most of the people will say, oh, it's okay. A few months I will not hear from him, and then I can tell him I'm still not interested. That's okay. But then his life situation might change. Now in COVID situation, we know that nothing is safe. What you made a plan and you are thinking, okay, my job or my business is safe, it's not true. Nothing is safe anymore, except companies like Lavylitesa, who has the most innovative pandemic cosmetics in the world as an award. There you can see that it goes up, and we have success, and we are not going damaged or have less sales. But a lot of people are afraid, and they need a second leg now, a second diversification of a second business or a third business, that they feel safe. It's now the right time, but they don't know which one. There are millions out of there, millions of possibilities. But then you tell them, when you and tell them just the story, do you know how the big guys are filtering new businesses? And a normal person are not thinking like this, but if you bring it to conscious mind and tell them, look, I I spoke to people who spoke to people who has big businesses and are multimillionaires or billionaires, and they are very successful, and they are filtering the businesses. And do you know, I have something in the hand that that also a big business guy will be interested in. Would you be interested in? Yes? Okay, I have no time right now. Always make yourself like, whew, I have no time. We cannot speak now half an hour, it's impossible. But you, what would you say if I will invite you to the next presentation or to the next gathering, however you call it, where we speak about environmental changes and about awards, worldwide awards, and whatever you want, you can tell. So it depends who is it in front of you. To make him curious about, yes, I want to know more about this, but okay, I understand you don't have time right now, but I will come to the Thursday evening to your home. Okay, but please tell me if you are not coming, and please tell me now if you and you know now that you are not coming. Please tell me, because I will reserve this chair, because there's not so many in my home, for somebody else. Okay, it's no problem. But tell me, maybe in 2 weeks or 3 weeks you will have time when you don't have time this week. So to make them curious, to make the right invitation for it. And then comes the point. You are sitting in your own living room and make the example. You put the seat and say, okay, I'm now here with, let's say, 5 persons. In the best case, you have your sponsor with you, and he is supporting that first and second home-based party. And it's functioned like a Tupperware party. It's just much more better and more efficient and effective. So Tupperware and Amway, Alois know it, they went worldwide big with the home-based business. Is that right, Alois?
Yes, right.
Okay, thank you for your confirmation. Thank you so much.
Yes.
But now we have a totally different creations in our hand that makes it so much easier to communicate and to produce final decisions at home. So you're sitting there, your sponsor is with you, you have 5 persons there, and then you just start to communicate about the creations, making the 7 quantum tests with everybody, speaking about the results and how it happened. Then you can do a PowerPoint presentation with a beamer, or also just with the laptop or on the TV, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you are in the beginning not confident to do it by yourself, and your sponsor as well not. If your sponsor is right, you don't need PPT, you just speak. And then you are both of you speaking about also your self-experiences. And then in the end, you will see that more than 90% of them make immediately, they want to sign immediately. They would like to test and go and buy the creations. And then sometimes they ask from themselves, look, I also have a living room. Can we do this at my home as well? Those who are smart. Those who needs a little help, let's say, okay, do you have a living room? Yes, I have. What do you think? What would you say if we will do the same in your place and in your living room, and I help you that you are building your first team? What would you say? And I show you how easy it is to invite them, because when they are at home, they will not grab the phone and say and start to call the people. They are not confident. They are afraid. So, and they have also fears from something, and they think they can fail and say the wrong things. You cannot do wrong. You just have to do it. And the sponsor is the responsibility of the sponsor to say, of the mentor, to help with this, to say, look, it is so easy to invite and to make the people curious to make your living room full. And you do this 1, 2, 3 times, and all of them you ask the same question. Do you have also a living room? And maybe do you know also 50 people who want to be more positive and want to have a change in their lives and want to unfold more potential, to be the best version from themselves, out of themselves. Do you know maybe some people who have maybe no money, not enough money in the end of the month? Do you know maybe people who has maybe a dissonance and some diseases maybe? Do you know some people of that? Can you imagine that you know? Yes, I know. And now it's just the point that we call them or we make a video and send it the video. We have so many tools and so many things to invite them, to make them curious to come. And we are not calling, say, I have a new product, it's called Lavylitesa, come and I will show it to you. This is the wrong way. You will have a lot of no's and excuses. But now there's no excuse anymore. There is no excuse. So when you are self-confident and you have a mentor who shows it to you and prove it, because he speaks to your person, or you develop for your clients or for your people that you know these sentences which are make them curious and which are important to use. And then they are coming. And when they are coming, you will not leave them and say, okay, we will see us in a few months. When we will see us again? I give you a book, and when can you read, or the informations, when can you read it? In 3 days, we can talk about again. When you bought something, then it's important to make the right follow-up. This is a next point. And Andre, I was very bad in this, because in the follow-up, I made a lot of mistakes in the first years, because I thought everybody's like me, and I thought that I will give them this chance and show them, and they will buy, and they will call me when they have questions, and they will call me when they need help. And it was not like that. Almost nobody called me. Sometimes, yes, they rebuyed and bought just the stuff, but they was not thinking about, okay, how to, and who is grabbing and escorting me and grabbing my hand in a positive way to show me the way and to show me how this is working. So I thought, yeah, this is go automatically, but this is not true. So first you need, when they made a decision to buy and to be clients, let's say users, then after a while you need to filter all these people and see who really would like to have it for free at the first step, and who would like to be in the second step a distributor, and the third step to be a leader, to lead others. And you need to filter them. And when you have a super network guy, then you know you have a leader in front of you. It's very easy because he knows what to do. If you have the neighbor with the 3 kids, it needs around 3 years of escorting that they will be network people and be successful. It needs 3 years, but in what kind of profession you can do it from 0 to hero in a month or 2 months? It's not possible. If I would like to be a hairdresser, I cannot learn this in 1 month to be a professional hairdresser. It's a profession. I need to learn it. I need to be coached. I need to study this. And there's other professions, like to be a doctor, they need 6 years, 7 years to study this. So you need to go that way. Yes, make the decision, I want to be professional. And you need to make to filter these people who would like to do the same and say the same. I would like to be a professional. Can you help me? And if you cannot help me, you need to go upline and searching for help. The upline sometimes doesn't see that there is a diamond there in the downline. Now I have 103,000 people. I cannot see everybody who is a diamond. But when these people have a mentor who tells them, look, when I'm not enough, no problem. We look in the upline, who can be your mentor? Who can help us as a team to grow? Because it's teamwork. It's not myself alone, me and myself and I. No, it's you, it's Ubuntu, it's we all. Because I am nothing, I'm a little ant. I'm nothing without you. And also your whole team is nothing without themselves and without you. So it is the teamwork. And yes, if people are not like each other, they will do their own thing and they will separate. And it's a normal thing when the frequency is not in the right energy. That's a natural selection. A natural selection. And you always get attracted and also be with people that you feel, yes, I would love to spend more time with this person. I would love to learn something more. And the main point is we are not asking for 10,000s of euros for a self-growing. If you are in the right team, and you are right now, you get all this personal development, personal growth from us for free. And this is, you just have to make a decision. Yes, in the beginning, I have maybe half an hour, and later I have 1 hour or 1.5 or 2 hours a day to make self-development. It doesn't has to do with no business building or something. You develop yourself. You get better. You learn, you create, we are all creators. So we are creating this. And when you are making the decision that you want this really, then you, after a while, you will get the professional, a real pro. And then you can say about yourself, yes, I made a decision to get pro, and I am, because here are the results. I'm not just speaking, I'm showing it. And that's also a big thing for a lot of people. Yes, they cannot show that they are growing. They cannot show that the team is growing. They cannot show their paycheck. I have, again, a few thousand euros on it. They cannot do it. This is in the beginning a little, let's say, a few stones in the way for some people. I know this. That people, why they should trust you. And you can do it just with your energy. I tell you, and Andre knows me, a few years, I just went with my Golf. This was a I don't know how many years old Golf from 2014, I think, something like this. And it was a few years old Golf Combi. Okay. And I was self-confident to say, okay, I don't show that I could have another car or I have success. I just did it with my energy. The same with Andre, same with other people. They trusted me, and I didn't have the big car to show I have already success. So it was only the energy which made the decision. And it's much more easier in this world. Okay, now I just drive with my car and just go out of the car, and people immediately are interested. What is doing this guy? Okay, he needs to have success because he has such a car. Okay, this is the outside world. I always rejected all this, but in the end, now as well, it makes it more easier, and it's also okay to drive a fancy car. But first, for me, it was my house. This was my focus. When my first kid goes to school, I need my own house for my family. And Lara went to school last year at the 2nd of September. And on the 1st September, we got the keys from our house. And this is a few hundred thousand euro house. And we did it. We had the imagination, we had the goal. So this is another big point, what is very important, to filter the people when they don't have a goal, when they don't have a why I'm doing all this. Not let's say deeper questions like who I am, what's the purpose in life. A lot of people didn't find themselves till now who they are. Really, very important questions in life they didn't answer for themselves now, but they have a goal. They want to have a change. They have a focus. They have energy. They would like to change something in their lives. And when somebody is telling you this, then really make the leader test. Give him a book to read from Eric Worre and tell him in 3 days we will talk about it. When this person after 1 day is calling you and asking you and say, Oliver, let's say in my case, Oliver, can we talk earlier about the book? I read it the whole night with these guys and these women you would like to work. The others who will have excuses after 3 days, oh, I had no time for this, and forget them. And always just see and watch what they are doing, not what they are saying. An example, you know, Andre, 2 years ago, we had in Ljubljana the convention together. And I was on stage and asking everybody who wants to be the leader in the next year. Who wants to be successful and the leader? And I tell you, 90 or more of the 90% raised their hands. Okay, now you can, and I made also a photo as a proof. Also, we have it on video, so it doesn't matter. So if you see now who of those are really leaders right now and are really doing it and not just saying it to do it, this is just a bunch, a few of them. Andre is one of them. But this is really the point, to say, okay, never watch and look what and believe what other people say, just what they are doing. That counts. And when they are making your, and then we developed a very, very good tool. This is really very good to share. It's called the success plan. We can really plan the success in combination with the universe. So what are your needs, what you really believe in it, what kind of house or what kind of things materialized you would like, and what other things are important for you, what you would like to achieve, in which time. And we really making the points where you have things to sleep, to eat, to have obligations left, right, and how much time stays per week. And this time now we give full gas with Lavylitesa and go up and get the train, not to get the train, get the plane started up in the air. Because what I did, I was not focusing so much and I was not making the decision in the first 3 years to be pro, just to say, okay, I will do something, I will tell everybody, and they will ask me then later questions and will come with me and going further. No, I was there on the landing road of the airfield, driving with my airplane. 100, 200, yes, I'm 200, 300. Okay, but I was still on the ground. And then I made a decision and say, okay, now I would like to fly. Because when you fly, you can get back the gas and say, okay, now I'm floating and flowing. Yes, and I'm in the air and I'm there. And I decide if I give more gas or less gas, I'm there. I get it, because this is, when you get it up, your airplane in the air, then you come to this break even, to this point where it duplicates with and without you. And most of the people, they fail because they, or think they will fail, because they stop before this happens. And it happens for sure. Millions of other people proved it. I'm one of them. With Lavylitesa, I showed it with a lot of people that I can name you, that they did it like that, and they also had this break even. And with Lavylitesa, it's, I tell you, much more easier than with any kind of other company. And I don't want to make other companies bad or something. We don't need to do that. They have all their right to be there, but filter them. And some other people who are in the big network, I told them, okay, look at your product, filter it. It's very hard to be successful with other kind of products. It's very hard. It's not the point that you cannot do it. You can, if you believe in it and you are sticking to it 10 years, you can. Yes. But it is much more harder that way. And if you have this, fulfill these 6 parameters, then it's much, much, much more easier. I know it. And in the beginning, we had no clue and nothing. And now we will have a lot of tools and a lot of things that you can also use, and it makes it easier again. It was easy from the beginning, but now it is much more easier to start. And you know that you are in the right haven and you are in the right boat. Yeah, and you know, like Tibor told us, hey, now these awards, but you cannot compare the apples to the pears. You cannot. But still, we have the awards because they try to compare it. But it's a little bit unfair because we went to a horse ride, how you say, horse race with a spaceship. Because we have a spaceship and we are sitting in the spaceship, going up and very fast. And Tibor, he is now, what he invented now, it's crazy. He bought a boat 70 meters, and with the energy of the water where it's floating, he's producing trees, and we will plant every day, everybody of us, trees. You can buy in the future products, and you buy your tree, you know where this tree it is located, and it's your tree. And he started to plant every day a tree, Tibor, and this is for the green stamp and for all this that we are environmental very friendly, that this is really, really good. And the charities, what he is doing now, new products also are coming before the winter, so before Christmas and after Christmas as well, in the new year. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but there will be also some extra vitamins, which maybe other companies also have, but not with the master batch included. And so that we have, because we made a research, and a lot of our customers buy other vitamins extra what they think they need as to consumption, to make a whole fulfillment for health and prevention. So this will also come. Then the new bubble is now there. It's also fantastic hand wash. So there's more hygienic creations as well in the paletta, and now the baby cream, which is good for everything which is red, irritation or whatever. So also for adults, usable, not just for the red popo from the babies. So yeah, I can talk hours now, but maybe you have for several point another question. So to come to the end of the point of home-based business, it's really the point that you show it how it can go, and you help them to get the living room full. don't let them do it alone, because it's fail. It will not happening. But when you are doing this and you are there 1, 2, 3 times to support, he will do it, or she will do it alone, and she will do the same with the 20 people that she invited, and all in the living rooms you will have little presentations and gatherings. And when you do this with one seat, you will have a lot of living room parties every day after 1 year. Every day. And you are not there anymore. You just put the right seat, gave the right energy, gave the right knowledge how to do it. So the right coaching. And then, okay, maybe some will not do it, but most of them, they will do it. Because what to lose? I cannot lose nothing. I just can win and gain and have a great time with people in my living room. Okay, Andre. So that's
yes,
first.
this
I think this was a long monologue right now. Maybe you have some further questions.
yeah, thank you very much, Oliver. This was really great. Yes, for this first time, yes, we start now with your mentoring, and we will continue in the future also this conversation with you through Zoom, to have this close connection. This time, this pandemic time, is we find out this great technology that we can connect each other on the distance, and every one of us are sitting at home. And so in this time we will do presentation in this mode, and you told me also some other ideas, and maybe we will discuss this next time or later, or I can talk with my team. So for now, thank you very much. I will end this registration now, to have it this first part of your monologue. It was wonderful monologue from your heart. You are really shining, and your light is very strong, and we are very happy to have you so near, so close, and with your open heart, and all your beliefs, your faith in me and all team in Slovenia. So thank you.
I have to thank you as well. And you are all of you are a gift for this world. And now it's really the time really to shine from inside to outside, to give the right light to the people. And because we know there's a lot of darkness outside, so to give them the help that they need to have a better life and to make the world to a better place day by day.
Thank you very much, Oliver.